Can't dance. Gerald was a tall giraffe. Here, let's put him right over there so he can see. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and but his knees were slim, yes. But his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin, yes. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off.
No.
What?
Shoots off trees.
Shoots off trees, yes.
That.
But when he tried to turn around, he buckled at the...
That.
Yeah, he's fallen down. He buckled at the...
Knees.
Now, every year in Africa, they hold the jungle
Dance.
where every single animal turns up to skip and...
With noise.
Yes, and this year when the day arrived where Gerald felt so...
So noisy.
Because when it came to dancing, he was really very...
Bad.
The warthog started
Watching.
and the rhinos rocking.
Oh.
The lions danced it.
Go.
That was elegant and
Wow.
bold. The chimps all did a
Cha-cha.
with a very Latin
Piano.
feel. And 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the
Say words.
the floor.
Say words.
Okay, but the lions saw him coming, and they soon began to.
Whoa.
Hey, look at clumsy Gerald. The animals all sneered. Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so...
Weird.
Gerald simply froze up, and he was rooted to the...
What?
They're right, he thought. I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a... plot. So he crept off from the dance floor, and he started walking.
Blake.
Oh,
Read the story.
He started walking.
Home.
He'd never felt so sad before, so sad and so...
Whoa.
Then he found a little clearing, and he looked up at the...
Sky.
The moon can be so beautiful, he whispered with a...
Sight.
Excuse me, coughed a...
Cricket.
who'd seen Gerald early on. But sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song. Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To make the sweetest music is those branches in the...
Trees.
So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it. If you really want it. Too. With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his...
I win.
Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing...
Pink.
His hoofs had started...
7.
making circles on the...
Ground.
His neck was gently...
Swings.
and his tail was swishing...
Sketchy.
Here's sketchy. His tail was swishing...
Around.
around. He threw his legs out. He threw his legs out
Sideways.
and he swung them
Everywhere.
everywhere. Then he did a backward. He did a backward
It's hamburger's hot.
somersault and leapt up in the air. Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open. Wide. I am dancing. Yes, I'm dancing. I'm dancing, Gerald. Then one by one, each animal who'd been there at the
Dance.
arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle. We must be in a
Dream.
Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen. How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how." But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a
Bow. To bow.
with a bow. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon. At the moon and stars. Gerald bowed. At the moon and stars above. We all can dance, he said, when we find music that we love. Wouldn't you know it? And today he nearly read the whole book by himself.
But
Today you didn't have a camera on.
Mm-mm.